Hello, welcome to Every Word from God. Today I am sharing with you Matthew chapter 10 verse 32, confessing Christ before men. Matthew chapter 10 verse 32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I also confess before my Father which is at in heaven. Beloved, one of the most rewarding assignment that the Lord has given to each one of us as his children is the assignment of sharing the good news, confessing Christ before men. You know, this is an assignment that brings great rewards. Jesus said, whosoever will confess him before men, he himself will confess that person before the Father. Beloved, this is so wonderful. You know, the Bible said that Jesus is the only mediator between us and God. So, Jesus is the only one that stands to bring our case before God. He's the one that makes recommendation concerning each one of us. Whether we are to be blessed, whether we are to be healed, to be delivered, to be rewarded, he is the only one that makes that call. And whoever he recommends to the Father, that person is blessed. Because remember, we carry his righteousness. We are justified by his righteousness. So he is the only one who can recommend us. And Jesus said he will recommend anybody. He will confess anybody that confesses him before men. In other words, anyone who is not ashamed of him before men, when Jesus comes before the face of the Father, he will boldly declare that this person is due for promotion. And I find it so amazing that anybody could imagine what comes with sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. You know, if you look at the scriptures, Simon Peter was the greatest and the chiefest apostle of Jesus Christ. But Simon was introduced to Jesus by his brother Andrew. If you look at the Bible said how in John chapter 1 verse 40 to 42, John chapter 1 verse 40 to 42, one of the two which heard John speak and followed him was Andrew, Simon Peter's brother. He first heard his brother Simon and said unto him, we have found the Messiah, which is being interpreted the Christ. Andrew heard John speak about Jesus. And Andrew went to his brother and said, listen, brother, Messiah is here. Let us go and see him. John spoke good things about him and introduced Peter to Jesus. And Peter ended up to become the number one disciple of Jesus, the chief of the whole disciples, and became the instrument of God, that God used to start the early church. Beloved, do you know what would have happened if Andrew did not confess Jesus before his brother? Many of us miss the opportunity of bringing our loved ones to Christ, our neighbors to Christ, our fellow workers, our co-students. When we don't share Christ with them, we don't know the potentials they carry. We don't know what could become of them if they believe in Christ and give their life to Christ. So it is important that we don't miss this opportunity, that your brother, that your sister could be the next Peter. So make it a point of duty to share Christ with the people. Paul said in Romans chapter 1 verse 16, I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, because the Bible said, he that winneth soul is wise. The wisdom is twofold. It is wise to share the good news, but it's also wise to put yourself in a place of position. Because anytime you share the gospel, you are putting yourself in a privileged position of being blessed or being favored. Because Jesus said, I will confess you before my Father which is in heaven. In other words, Jesus recommends you from promotion. He recommends you for blessing. He recommends you for deliverance. And that is the reason why you should never miss the opportunity of sharing and confessing Christ with men. It comes with a lot of blessing. Many of us don't know it, and that's why we don't do it. It is so wonderful. Not only that you are seeing somebody saved, but also that you are being rewarded. The Bible said there is joy in heaven over one soul which repents. In other words, if you can cause the heavens to rejoice, that joy will be rewarded. The Bible said, God said, I will never overlook your labor of love. Today, beloved, God is calling us to share and confess Christ before men, because it puts us in a position where each one of us can be blessed. Because Jesus Christ himself is the only one who occupied the privileged position of confessing us before men. Think what it could mean for you. For somebody to go to Donald Trump, the leader of the free world, and recommend you for a big post. Think what it could mean to your life when somebody go to the Queen of England and said he's recommending you for a big award. This is the privileged position that Jesus has with the Father, the only one who could tell the Father what to do, and the Father will do it. And he said, if you confess me before men, if you share my good news, if you tell people what I did for them, I will go to my Father and talk about you. Maybe you are in a distress right now. God can deliver you. Your sharing the good news can bring a breakthrough into your life. Your sharing the good news can bring a release of God's abundant blessing upon your life. So don't miss this opportunity. I pray that God will give you the courage, beloved, to take this chance and from today to begin to confess Christ before men. May God keep you and bless you till I come your way again. Stay blessed.